This is me, and this is my MX-5. Together this February we are driving to the northernmost point of Europe. Will snow and ice stop us from reaching it? Follow the trip. Good morning, the sun is starting to shine. I'm already awake, washing the car, because today we apply the sponsors. I already also removed the box from the part where they have to apply the stickers, and I'm sad because one of the main sponsors is still missing. It will still missing. It's not the company that will apply the sticker, but it will be myself. They will ship the sticker to me, but let's go. We will talk about the sponsor later, but now let's get back to the Bullbar. After a first disastrous design, I came up with something that was very close to the final version. So these are actually the bracket that will go into the tow hook place under the car. So we don't need this, but we need this. It looks pretty amazing. Finally, I can try the version 2 of the Bullbar. I just have to remove the license plate and the tow strap, and then I can try it. So I'm not really happy because they're still not straight. They are completely off. So I like the overall look, but there are some things that I want to change. The first one is that I'm too close to the bumper. I don't like this. So I want to get at least 3-4 centimeters away from the bumper. Also considering that this is flexing a little bit. Another thing is here I don't have space to put the bolts. So I want to kind of switch the position so the Bullbar underneath the brackets where I have some space. Like this, probably I can also add a couple of brackets here to add some fog lights, yellow fog lights, as some of you suggested me to do. So we are probably getting close to the final design. I thought the previous one was the final design, but as you can see, I added 2 small flood yellow light. I don't know if I explained what is the difference between the floodlight and a spotlight. No, I didn't, but I will do it now. A spotlight has a very narrow beam angle. It will reach very far away, but it won't distribute the light around you in your vicinity. On the contrary, a floodlight has a very wide beam angle. It will distribute the light more evenly, but it won't reach as far as a spotlight. Why yellow? Well, as usual, I'm not really good to explaining things on the spot, so I will explain it in the next clip why the yellow lights. White LED light has a part of a blue wavelength of light, and that wavelength is reflected by water. So when there's fog, snow, or heavy rain, all that wavelength is being reflected into your eyes. It's like having an SUV driving towards you with the high beam on. So with time, your eyes will get tired. The yellow lights, on the contrary, has a longer wavelength and is not scattered by water. So it cuts through fog, heavy rain, and heavy snow, making your eyes less tired and giving you a better visual on those conditions. But wait, then you will think, can't I just use those yellow filter glasses that they sell in Decathlon or other store? Yeah, in theory, yes. They are also effective because they will filter that blue wavelength that is being reflected into your eyes. So when there will be blizzard, fog, and etc., this will be off and this will be on. When it's clear, full power, everything on. And as you can see, I ditched the plates, and now I'm trying to mount everything on the Bullbar, also lower, to have the upper part of the Bullbar to give support to the light. Now I'll take a couple of measures. I make a couple of modifications. I'm still thinking if to use this kind of brackets. They are aluminum from AliExpress. I don't trust too much about this, so maybe I want to have something a bit wider and welded. I have to think about it. Okay, took some measurement. I did a couple of thinking. The license plate will be here, and with a couple of brackets that I design here, very simple. It will be attached here, and then probably everything is going to work. It's now time to think about the comfort. There are some days that I will be driving more than 8 hours straight, so it's not a good idea to keep the bucket seat. I hope you can hear me. I got 2 seats from the N82, so the second model, the one with the separate headrest, but they are not in the best conditions. I disassembled one seat. See, they are not in perfect condition. I'm not going to restore these parts. I just want to clean them up and remove the rust from here. I started cleaning and degreasing all the plastic part from the seats, and then protected them with silk from Solo Dettagli car care. Find the link in the description, and the result is pretty amazing. All plastic greased and protected, and now I'm ready to wash the fabric. And now I have to clean all of this. I don't know if you can see, but I want to polish also this one. Okay, not the best results I was expecting, but at least I was able to remove the rust. So now it's time for the fabric. Let's clean the fabric. Okay, I'm done with the seat. They are all clean. Now they are also ready to be installed, but I will transport them to Italy the way they are, so I can try to fit them in the MX-5. I think I have to explain a bit here the timeline and the location. I started preparing for the trip in 2024 during summer when my MX-5 was here in the Netherlands. I brought it back for the winter between 2024 and 2025, where I applied to sponsors, and then I brought it back during summer 2025. I went to the Nürburgring, and if you haven't watched the video, I put it here in the description. And then here we are. I'm preparing the seat and I have to bring them back to Italy. So now you know a bit more clearly the timeline, and back to the video. The driver's seat has a bit of a hole here, and I found also the foam to be a little bit cut. It's the only major defect of the seat. Otherwise, they are nice, clean and tidy. I threw myself in some foam repair, and I have to say it was really satisfying and really worth it. The seat looks like new. I also greased all the mechanism, have it cleaned so it can work properly, protect all the plastic. They look great, and they look also comfortable. So let's keep going with the seat restoration. I applied the first hand of rust converter primer, and now a second hand of another epoxy primer, which is the zinc spray. This one. After this, 24 hours, and then the color, I'll paint it black, and hopefully they won't rust for the next 4 to 5 years. Okay, wet hand done. First wet hand on. I'm waiting 1 hour for the second one. 1 hour, flip them over, and this afternoon I will paint the back. And then I'm done. Now that the painting is dry, it's time to put the seat back. Instead of the metal strap, I'll be using the plastic tie wrap or cable ties. They won't rust. Yeah. It's perfectly nice, better than before. And after packing the car, driving it back to Italy, I was finally able to install the seats. Okay, I don't remember what I said in the previous clip. I think that I was restoring the seats, so the seats are restored, and I have them here ready to be installed in the Mazda. I will install only a passenger seat for now because I still need to go to the track tomorrow. But let's try it. Let's assemble them, and another little stone to prepare for Nordkapp. It's ready. Next will be 1 week in Italy. 1 week in Italy to finally prepare the old car and to have it ready for February. I want to try it because I've never tried an original seat, especially this. That is from NB, and I think they say is the most comfortable one. Well, the test of the seats went better than I expected. Okay. Wow. I will throw that away. Bye-bye. Of course, no, for the track these are not good, but for a trip this will be perfect. They are not even too high. I think I'm sitting a little higher than the bucket seats. It's perfect. I think it's perfect. Yes. Winter was coming again. The time to prepare the car was getting shorter and shorter. In November, I took 1 week vacation to fully concentrate on preparing the car. With winning moments, late nights, and problems, I will soon realize that 1 week was probably not enough.